Okay, Sunday with Ola 162. We're gonna start a circle pit right here. Because this is basically a Testament ripoff. What's up, everyone, and welcome to Sunday with Ola 162. What a banger of a Testament ripoff song that was, everyone. How are you guys doing? It's Sunday again, finally. You guys have been waiting for so long since last Sunday. Have you noticed a little bit of a difference in the Swola or not? Maybe you have not, but basically what I've been trying to do is to keep the Swolas, or the new segments of the Swolas, a little shorter, and then fill up with some more behind-the-scenes bullshit afterwards, or extra segments. There's like the Riff of the Day, or Riff of the Week, or Riff of the fucking Pantera Riff of the... whatever. I'm just basically trying to switch up the Swolas back to what it originally was a little bit, you know, because back then, in the beginning, there wasn't as much news, basically, and then a lot of the other things, and talk about shit and talk about stuff. And yes, it's great to have you guys here. I have one thing to say before we start the new segment, though. We just started the Black Sabbath sale on solar guitars, and I kid you not, if you haven't bought a solar guitar before, this is your chance right here. We have so many great deals on the website right now, and we're running a special deal of the day every day up until the end of the Black Sabbath sale. This will continue for about 3 weeks, but be sure to check back every single day because there's going to be a new guitar with a great price every single break. The Black Sabbath is something we do every year, and now is a good time to get a solar guitar. Hello! All right, I'm pumped. Let's head into the news. The biggest news of this past week has obviously been surrounding the band Slipknot and their announcement to part ways with drummer Jay Weinberg. Slipknot issued a statement saying, "We would like to thank Jay Weinberg for his dedication and passion over the past 10 years, wrote Slipknot. No one can ever replace Joey Jordison, the original drummer, original style or energy, but Jay honored Joey's part and contributed to the last 3 albums, and we and the band and the fans appreciate it. But as ever, Slipknot is intent on evolving. The band had decided to make a creative decision and to part ways with Jay. We wish Jay all the best and are very excited for what the future holds." Now everyone is asking, what the fuck happened? What did Jay do to deserve getting fired? Because from my understanding, he was doing the drums pretty okay. The sketchiest shit, though, is that Slipknot removed this statement afterwards. So, that has a couple of heads being twisted and turned. No statement from Jay Weinberg at this time, but there probably will be. And with all these rumors, obviously people are speculating, okay, who's gonna be the next Slipknot drummer? And just like you, my guess was that the drummer, what's his name again? I have such a problem saying this. El Estepario Severiano. If you haven't seen this guy, he's on YouTube, on Instagram, and TikTok. He's an insane drummer playing Slipknot songs or metal songs with just a single hand, basically. Oh, not with this motion, but you know, with this motion. This motion, that's later, okay? El Estepario released a video very quick after this announcement, basically addressing some of these rumors that he would potentially be a drummer of Slipknot. I haven't watched the full video, but he's basically saying that he hasn't heard anything, and he's a Slipknot fan, and you know, he doesn't know. And if he would have been the new drummer of Slipknot, you know, he wouldn't have released this video, so I don't think it's gonna be him. So who is it then? Mike Mangini? He's free. We'll just have to wait and see. Maybe there's a new announcement coming this week before the Swola happens, and I'll have to make an extra segment. We'll just have to see. Incredibly interesting, though. Another piece of news that has me excited is that Kerry Kings' new band set to debut in 2024. Now, we heard about this potential band back when Slayer called it quits. Kerry King was saying, you know, we're working on something, but then the pandemic happened, and I think everything just got postponed. King's Facebook page had just posted a photo of a chain on the floor with the caption, "Coming in 2024." All we know for certain is that Paul Bostoff, who also played in Slayer when they called it quits, are gonna do the drumming, of this project, and also we got to confirm that it's probably going to sound like Slayer, because in this statement King said about the project, you know me, so you know what it's going to sound like. So basically it's going to be Slayer with another vocalist. That's my guess. I don't know. If there's anything I've written in the last few years that sounds like Slayer, it's this. And he said, that sounds like you could have pulled it off on any Slayer record. I actually made a rip-off backstage at the Slayer show. We were walking to the stage and I got my phone out and recording so I wouldn't forget it. So basically he's just continuing the Slayer thing, or the Slayer sound, you know, with another vocalist. And there were also rumors of Phil Anselmo being the singer for this project. Right now, Phil Anselmo is doing the Pantera tours and all of that, but I don't think they're gonna continue on doing the Pantera thing. I think they're doing this tribute and that's it. And maybe they'll do a couple of off festivals here and there. Phil Anselmo doesn't have a main band at the moment. We were talking about Down last week and he was up for doing some Down. You know, maybe he's doing this and they're just keeping it under loop very well. Or it's just another guy. Anyways, I'm excited. Look at that face. Isn't that excitement in a picture right there? Okay, so a little bit of a Kerry King update. Now he announced and showed his logo for his new band. And that, to me, looks like a Kerry King logo. So this will probably be like a Kerry King band. Now, since this is gonna be a Kerry King project, I don't think that Phil Anselmo is gonna be the vocalist for this. I assume that he will pick probably a lesser known vocalist for this, or even an unknown vocalist for this. So it's gonna be really interesting to see where all of this ends. More information in 2024, apparently. So there you go. There's a lot of band news, holy shit. And this one has me incredibly happy, almost to the point where I cried my ass off when I heard. But Textures, the band Textures has announced that they're back. Textures, they're one of those bands that I've been missing so much. The album Silhouettes or Dualism, probably some of my favorite newer albums in the past 15 years or something like that. Their statement reads, after such classics as Silhouettes or Dualism, they were recognized as one of the first bands to develop the modern technical metal genre and signed to the leading metal label Nuclear Blast in 2011, all while sharing the stage with illustrious... Oh my god, the wording, man. For nearly 6 years, Textures had disappeared after their farewell show. However, today, the pioneering Dutch metal six-piece is happy to announce their reunion and return to the festival stages during the summer 2024 while they are writing and recording a new album. Yes! So we're getting a new album. That has me excited. That's how you make a press release right there. Thank you so much, guys. And usually this is where I would continue the news, but no, this is where I stop the news today. Ha! Okay? The news. Today is Saturday, and today is Comic Con in Stockholm. Yay! It's gonna be fun. It's our third year going to Comic Con, and this is gonna be the first time I dress up for the Comic Con, so it's time to put the clothes on. Let's go.
det är som att bli glad i kropp och själ.
Bra.
Mest själ.
Ja, vad bra. Tack.
Nej, det är
Uppskattar.
underbart.
Tack. Obviously, I'm getting so many compliments on my physique. It's amazing. Kostar 1000 spänn. Sorry, can I take a video selfie with you? Of course. You're amazing. You look great. Holy shit. It's been a long day. I think we're ready to go home. That was incredibly intense. Now the moment. Aj. Aj. Ah. Tack. Now we're back home. We're all very tired. We're gonna have McDonald's. I wanted to dress up as an anime character. There was just too little time, so that's why I had this. But I mean, yes, you know, got a lot of good attention. A lot of people looked at my crotch. Yes, good day. It was awesome. Let me take this off. Oh, that's so good. Ha! What do you think about my costume? It's pretty slick. As the autumn is happening right now, we're currently going into winter actually. It's getting kind of cold out there, man. It's like clockwork every time. You know, during the summer, you know, I'm out there fucking flexing my muscles. You saw him in the adventures right there. And during the autumn winter, it's like, okay, I need to get back into playing guitar and, you know, write music and, you know, up myself. So I actually had Jon Björk, one of my guitar teachers, over for a little lesson the other day. The reason why I had him over was because I got one of his courses. He has a PDF course that's called Modal Alternate Picking, Transform Your Guitar Skills Through Structured Practice. And I got this. It's a PDF book, and it also includes like Guitar Pro and MIDI files as well with practice routines. And I've been working with this a little bit. It's extremely simple laid out. This Modal Alternate Picking course is basically, it's a practice routine that will develop your theory practice as well as, you know, obviously your technique as well, but also ear training. I'm generally not a fan of doing, you know, PDF style courses like this, but this one was really good because it's basically a practice routine. Let me show you. It's basically up and down, different modes, different practice routines, and it's just so simply made. And it's really easy to follow. And if you have Guitar Pro, you can just sit and go through all of that stuff in there. It's just a really great way for me to sit down. Okay, let's do one mode today, and then tomorrow I'll do another mode. And I'm always starting from the point of C. It's been working really good for me. I mean, I play guitar, I practice my alternate picking. It's just, it trains my ear. I can't recommend this enough. You can get this from Jon Björks website. I'll link it down in the description. You can get this course. It's only like $9 or something like that. And then this coming week on this channel, we'll have the guitar lesson that I have with Jon Björk in the other room. And I think it's gonna be good for you. So there you go. A little plug up my own ass for Jon Björk. Jon Björk is such an amazing guitar player, man. He's probably one of the more, you know, technically balanced guitar players I know. I mean, he's so fucking accurate. And when I hear him play, it's like, why can't I sound like that? It's so fucking amazing. Anyways, there you go, a little plug. Riff of the day. Riff of the day! Oh! The riff of the day was an incredible, challenging riff for me when I started to play guitar. It's a Pantera riff. It's from the song Shedding Skin from Far Beyond Driven. The riff goes like this. Now the pattern for this riff is fairly simple. It basically goes like this. So you got those 5 notes right there. The tough part about this is the right hand technique, and I had a lot of problems with this when I started learning the guitar and started learning this song, is to get this as even as possible. I was trying, you know, the Jon Björks route, which is, you know, go always alternate like this. Which is not a problem on its own, actually. But if you go strictly alternate picking, the mood will change when you repeat the riff because it will start with an upstroke. And with that, it's just really hard to get the rhythm absolutely solid, you know. I did this back and forth and I just wouldn't get the mood happening or the rhythm didn't feel right. So I tried a couple of different versions of doing this, like, you know, should I do more down picking? But then I couldn't get the speed up, for instance. So my trick and what I started doing is that I was doing strictly alternate up until the D string. So we have strictly alternate here. And here, instead of going up on the D string, I would start the triplet with a downstroke. So we would do alternate picking and then start with a downstroke on the D string. And that means that you're gonna end on a downstroke as well. But that downstroke will tie everything together. So when you start over again, you start on a downstroke again. So just practice that slow. And then the end part goes like this. And for every, since those are 3 notes right there, I end with a down pick, but then on the next one I do a down pick again, so. Easy. You have to end with one of those as well. So there you go. That's the riff of the day for you. Shedding My Skin from Far Beyond Driven. Ha! Ha! Guys, thank you so much. That was it for Sunday with Ola 162 right there. I thoroughly hope you enjoyed it. Remember, the Swola Guitars Black Sabbath is happening right now. I don't know what the special of the day is, but you should go check out Swola Guitars right now. Check what it is. And all of this is obviously, you know, while stock lasts. So, först till kvarn, as we say in Swedish, which basically means you have to be first to the mill. You know, the grinding mill. If you want to support my YouTube channel, olaenglandshop.com. A tip for the holidays is to maybe get a gift card. We have gift cards available on the website. You can buy a gift card to someone you love or someone you hate, and they can decide what type of merch they want themselves. So I'll put that also in the bottom of the video right there. Thank you so much for joining in with me. I'll see you next time. Okay, thank you for watching.